Hello friends, welcome to Code Crush Coding. In this video, we are going to learn about TreeMap. So we have already covered the topic of map interface and two different classes which implements the map interface. First one was HashMap, second one was LinkedHashMap. Now we are going to see third type of class which implements the map interface, which is TreeMap. So TreeMap class implements the map interface. So basically, what are the properties of map interface? That it stores the value in key value format. So same things apply for TreeMap. TreeMap also store the values in key value pair. Keys should be unique. So TreeMap contains only unique keys. It means values can be duplicated, but keys should be unique. So these were the properties which were applicable to both HashMap and also LinkedHashMap. But HashMap was unordered. LinkedHashMap was ordered, and TreeMap maintains the ascending order. So by default, it maintains the ascending order. And TreeMap cannot have a null key, but can have multiple null values. So TreeMap cannot store a single null key also. Okay. Whereas in HashMap and LinkedHashMap, we were storing one null key and multiple null values. In TreeMap, we cannot have a null. Now let's see in demo how to declare a TreeMap and how to add the values inside the TreeMap. So here I have a class called demo. Inside this class, we have one main method. Now let's declare a tree map. Here I will say tree map. It is from java.util package. And here again, we need to store the data type of key and value. So let's say we want to store roll number and name of student. So here key will be of type integer and name will be of type string. And let's say name of tree map is students equal to new tree map. So now we have declared our tree map, but this tree map is empty. We need to add the values inside this tree map. So any class which implements the map interface, what is the method to add the values? So the method is put method, right? So I will say here students dot put. So this method will take two arguments. First is key and second is value. So first key is an integer type. So I will say roll number 1 and let's say value is John. Let's add one more student. Students dot put. Let's say roll number is 4 and value is Alice. Let's add one more student. Students put. Let's say key is 3 and value is Tom. So these are three entries we have added in our students tree map. And now let's try to print it. This is out. And we will say here students. Let's run this code. So we are getting the output here, right? And one thing to notice here is it has not printed in the same order in which we have inserted, because it is not a linked hash map to print in the same order, right? The order maintained here is ascending order with keys. Okay. So ascending order first will be 1, then there will be 3, then there will be 4. So it prints as per the ascending order of keys. If I say here 5 is roll number 5, so what will be the order? Now first Tom will be printed, then Alice, then John. Let's run this code. See 3, 4, 5. So by default it will print or maintain the ascending order. Another thing we can check if it can store multiple null values. So as we know, TreeMap can have multiple null values. So let's try to store the multiple null values. So here I will say null. Also for this value null. Run this code. So there is no compile time error. Also there is no runtime error. We are able to store the null values, and there are multiple null values here. Another thing we can do, we can add the key as null. So let's say if I say a null, so there is no compile time error, right? But here what we have seen, TreeMap cannot have null. So let's run this code. And see, we are getting a null pointer exception on line Java 8. This is the line number which is causing the issue, because in TreeMap we cannot store a single null value also. So here you can't provide the null. Here you need to provide the values. Let's run this code. So we are getting here ascending order 1, 4, and 5. So this was the basic about the tree map. So how to declare a tree map, how to add the values with the put method inside the tree map, and how to check the conditions for null values and null key. So that's it in this video.